Oh, yeah?
Don't say.
Heights, yeah. Here we are. Burning bridges. Blood levels are all solid. We're ready to go.
Okay. Who's that?
A little inside.
Okay.
Anyway, here we are. Burning bridges to October 16th, right? Is that right?
Yep.
October 16th.
Yep.
I did a gig upstate this weekend.
Go.
Erica Spear, remember her?
No.
I know that name.
Yeah, she did our show. Remember she did our show, MLC?
Oh, yeah. How'd she do?
She did good.
Oh,
but
good.
anyway,
Young kid.
So it was in Pennsylvania, and she's like,
Mulatto.
She goes, you know, you think a gig in Pennsylvania is going to be Pennsylvania, you know, but it's like 3 hours away. It's a long fucking trip.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And we got there early. I'm trying to adjust my shirt.
Did you bring us an opener?
We got there early. I feel bad. She's not even going to hear about it. But anyway, we got there early.
Yeah.
And so we set up the equipment. Then these people come in there. Everyone's hugging. It's her parents. 'Cause they live up there. Then we got to go eat with her parents.
Oh.
And I'm like,
You ate with her parents?
I had no choice. I had no car. It's a little fucking town, Montrose, Pennsylvania. And it's I had to eat. There was only 2 places to eat.
Right.
And I'm
Applebee's and
I'm
Applebee's?
going to be so much of a social outcast that I'm like, I'll just sit here. I had to eat. I was starving. So then I overate. It was chicken parm. There she is. I overate.
Right.
I overate, and then I was gassy the whole show.
Did you fart?
And then I had to take. The worst part was I had to take a shit right after the show.
Okay.
So I was like, there was a place, you know, I went to take a shit, and then which I've never done in my life, never taken a shit after a show, immediately after
Really?
a show. I never take a shit.
Did you feel?
Then everybody, you know, I did well, so everyone's like wants
I'll even
to
ask
shake
you
my
questions.
hand.
What's your
Everyone
point?
wants to shake my hand, and I'm trying to do the fist, but you can't do fists with women, you know.
No.
Then they think you're like some kind of. They just saw me do stand up, so I'm
A little
supposed to
neck
be-
kiss.
Supposed to be normal, so I just took a shit. I had to wipe my dirty ass, you
Yeah.
know. I don't think it.
Were these people shaking hands while you were shitting? Did you leave the door open on the side?
No, but it was one of those things where it was like what is it, VFW hall?
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't like it was. It's like it was like everybody knew what everybody else was doing, so they're probably like, oh, the comic's taking a dump. 'Cause they saw me go.
Charlie's in the trees.
It wasn't like some big thing where you could just like go to one bathroom or the other. There was one bathroom. Thank God there wasn't a line when I came out.
Oh,
you know
show
what I mean?
business. Isn't it great?
No, but anyway, eating fucking dinner with her parents was like.
What'd you talk about?
I mean, it was like we were on a date, except there was 2 other guys there. Luckily, there was 2 other comics there. A guy named Scott and a guy named Mike, both very good comics.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, so the show was good, but it was like building up to it. I was like, oh my God, I'm eating.
Paid the bill for
her
dinner.
dad, but it was
Yeah,
like
picked
that's
it
why
up.
it was like I thought I was gonna have to fuck somebody. You know what I mean?
Well,
was
Scott,
like,
or,
holy
Scott or Dave.
It was like holy shit. I have a general rule: never eat with people before the show.
Sure.
Like,
It ruins the mystique.
Which you broke immediately.
I did a show one time. I was doing some corporate at some college in Illinois, you know, and they wanted to eat with me before the show or whatever. So they're asking me like, what kind of jokes do you do? I go, you know, I don't know what I said. They go, do you like Bill Cosby? I'm like, yeah, I like Bill Cosby. You know, I'm not as clean as him. And
Is this pre-rape?
I try to do observational stuff, you know.
Right.
So then the show goes on, and I'm tanking. So then the only jokes that work are like filth.
Yeah.
And I could see the women in the back going like, "This is not what he said he did," you know. It's just, but that's all that worked, you know. So it's just bad. I think it's bad luck, but I couldn't get out of it, you know. And then I realized when she did her act,
Right.
I was older than her dad.
Oh, that hurts.
And he paid the
And he's
bill.
talking to me like, what's that, you youngsters? What are you you young bucks are making a go in comedy, huh? Yeah, I'm making a go. I'm trying to feed my fucking children. I'm driving to fucking Montrose, Pennsylvania.
Did she drive?
Yeah, thank God. Thank God they picked me up and dropped me off, because otherwise it would have been, if I had to like take a bus to a train or
God, so
whatever.
depressing.
But it was still far there. Like once we were near Binghamton, I was like, Binghamton?
York?
Might as well just go to Buffalo.
Yeah, while you're there.
We're in Binghamton.
It's so great he's saying you kids making a go in comedy. Meanwhile, his daughter drove you to the gig.
What do you mean?
That
Yeah, Joe.
his child,
Oh, yeah.
his child was your transportation.
No, I don't know how. People never think I'm my age, but I knew from what she said, how long they were married and how old she was. That whatever the math had to be done, I did it, and I realized he was younger than me. But it's like he's a dentist, and he's like a regular dude, you know.
Right.
Where I'm like a fucking clown.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to fucking Montrose.
Montrose.
Not Monterey, Montrose.
Oh,
I kept
Jazz
thinking it was
Festival.
Like
Oh, so
Montrose
great.
Jazz Festival.
Yeah,
I kept trying to tell myself, it's like, no, it's a cool town.
Yeah, Bill Evans.
No, but I
on the
was-
drums.
They had a Dunkin'. They just got a Dunkin' Donuts.
Awesome.
there.
Yeah, I've been to
No,
Montrose.
they just said it. They just said we just got the Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, wow,
I
with
was like
pride.
joking about that.
Is it one of
It
those
was a
half
good
Baskin
crowd.
Robbins, half Dunkin' Donuts? or-
No, it was brand new. It had like the flags
That's
up
awesome.
on
Good
the
for them.
things, like
You know what?
grand opening flags.
You know,
No, but
in spite of that crippling opiate problem they have, they're really getting their shit together.
I
They're
know. I
Dunkin'
love when
Donuts.
people go. Even Bill Burr tweeted yesterday about the opium problem. There was a thing on 60 Minutes about opium.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, is Bill Burr's jumping on the bandwagon? Like, we got to stop this. It's like, we got to stop everything. I mean, cancer. We got to try to eliminate. I mean, how are people going to die?
Well, Massachusetts has a huge heroin.
Good,
Yeah, I know.
good.
I hate Massachusetts. I hope the
No,
whole.
it's
fucking,
like these
that
people are like
state-
we do opium good.
Yeah.
So I don't have to. I don't want my kids. Statistically, someone's going to do it. So better them than my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more of a cocaine guy than a heroin.
Of course
guy.
you are with those.
It goes in
that red
cycles.
shirt.
It's orange. I look like a pumpkin.
How do you know it's orange?
I had to ask.
Well,
My,
Brian-
you know what? I had to ask my.
Brian's
No,
here.
no. I had to ask my cleaning lady which color shirt I was wearing. I had her come into the room, and I was like Little Lord Fauntleroy. I was like, "What color shirt am I putting on, Gabby?" I have this Polish cleaning girl. She's so cute.
And you get. How do you know?
Because I can touch her.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I don't
so,
think,
uh,
I don't like this relationship you have with the cleaning staff.
Like,
it's
what's the
like
guy from Downton
out
Abbey?
shirts, you're
It's
touching
like
them.
Harvey Weinstein, the blind Harvey
Yeah, right,
Weinstein.
let me-
were like, can I?
Right.
Would it bother you if I grab your breast just for directional purposes?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Your
trying
pussy's
to
so
figure
wet.
out where
That's
my
a sponge,
bathroom
sir.
All right, and Joe DeVito's here. Joe, you were here with the morning
Bill's show in the morning.
the
I was-
morning show. What time did you have to get up for that? Because you live on Long Island,
yeah,
right?
it wasn't too bad. I had to get up around 8, so it wasn't too bad.
And you take the train in
Yeah, right in the pen.
with all the commuters.
No, mine's the first train that was off peak, so
Oh,
it wasn't
thank
too
God.
bad. Yeah, I couldn't deal with that.
Thank
Get a
God.
seat.
Yeah, it was nice.
Were you in did they have quiet cars in the LARR?
I wish, because now when people talk too loud or play music, I get enraged.
You play music. They can't. I know the train coming in. I live in Brooklyn, and there was a kid, African American kid, which is fine.
First of all, you went from saying the N word left and right to African American. How much is
Right.
black? How much?
Colored. That's colored boy. No,
By the way, I already made that assumption from where the
Yeah.
story's
Well,
going.
he has like a little Bluetooth speaker. It's like the new boombox. It's like these Bluetooth speakers, and he's just playing, whatever they listen to loudly for us all to enjoy on the train. I actually got off the car and harumphed, and I got another car.
No, I do a joke where it's like, it's so annoying. So you always give him a look like, what the fuck? Unless it's a black dude, then you're like, I love it.
Like I like Wiz
Thumbs up.
Khalifa.
No, because it's like they know you're not going to say anything. Could you say, even if you look at them, it's a racial situation.
I walk over. I go over and tell them
You do?
You have a good body.
headphones. Yeah, yeah.
I-
But, I can't decide. Is it because I don't think it's racism with me? I think I just don't like the idea that a young person's enjoying something. That makes me angry.
Yeah,
It's
but
sense of
also-
entitlement too.
Yeah, but also they're bullying you.
It's rude.
They're bullying you because they know you won't do anything. It's not some like nerdy white dude. It's a black dude because he knows it's automatically a racial. The guy today when I was taking a train in, the guy comes in. He goes, he has his boom box. He's gonna do his little show,
Right.
So and he goes, I could be robbing you, but I'm here to give you a show.
Oh, thanks.
I could give you a show. So then he did the show, and it was and usually they bring a crew, but it
Would
was
you rather been robbed?
it was by himself. He was by himself, and then he did a short show, which was good because you don't want it too long. So then it was short. So I go, fuck it, just to fucking because I thought no one's gonna give him money. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna give him money. So I go in, and my money's like inside out, so the smaller bills are on the outside. Yeah. And I have a lot of hundreds from my gig on
Sure you
Saturday.
do. Of course you do.
So anyway, so I take out the smallest
200s.
bill I have is a 5, So now I got to give him a 5. I can't go like, no single. So I give him the 5. He gives me a fucking fist bump.
He did.
Like I'm like his fucking manager now,
Yeah. Must
'Cause
be
I
some
gave more
show.
than anybody all day. I wish I just had 100 on the outside. I'd be like, here's 100. You got to shine my shoes though, but here's 100.
By the way, there's also no guarantee that he won't rob you later.
No, I know,
Even though
but
he made the announcement, you could
but
get
I
the
know,
show
but
and the robbery.
But it wouldn't be funny if like other black dudes did, like the UPS guy makes it delivered. He goes, "You want to tip me? Because I could be robbing you instead." You know, like every black dude just goes, "You know what?"
The wine
That
store.
comic is like, "Hey, can I have $20? I could be robbing you."
I have a bottle of Sancerre. Just so you know, sir, I could also be robbing you. Just so you know.
But it is a good strategy.
Yeah.
Because it's like tongue in cheek. Like he's not lying. He could be robbing us.
Although I occasionally, because I live, in Brooklyn, I'll get the troubadours or like these white hipsters, with like beards and banjos, and they'll get on the train.
What are they doing?
They do the same thing with it. What's it called? Busking. Yeah, they busk. They get on. But I was
I've never
imagining
heard that or seen it.
I would love to see like those guys meet the I'm gonna let it shine black guys. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it
Like
shine.
a West Side Story thing.
Well, no, like imagine they meet up in the train. Like some kid has like a master's degree from like Bard, and he like sees these three methadone addicts that are like on the train just
Yeah, but
singing
what are the
Negro
white guys
spirituals.
doing? What kind of songs they sing?
They do like the Nationals or whatever. I don't know. I gave my love a cherry that had no
That's
stone.
the first thing I think.
Yeah,
is,
right.
Smash that guitar.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. Right, that kind of thing. Right. So and then
I didn't know that.
yeah, they
What train can I find
the
that
L
on?
train.
The L?
Yeah. I live in
yeah,
Park
the
Slope.
L,
I don't
that's-
often see that, but when
The
you
ultimate, right? The
That
L
really-
goes right
yeah.
to.
yeah, Colin Quinn does a great. Like, he goes, the L
Williamsburg?
train now looks like a chairlift at Aspen. It's so white.
Yeah.
It really is. Like the L train is
Got
full
some
of.
people calling in. I didn't know if Joe was going to be here, and I didn't even know Brian was going to be here.
Called me an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, but
Did you
I
not
didn't.
know?
But you didn't confirm, so I
I did confirm 2 days ago, and then I
I know,
confirmed
but
again
Monday's
an
a
hour.
rough day because it's like
you,
I know
apparently.
when Monday comes, I got to get going. My kids got to go to school. I got to.
Are you telling me you got a case of the Mondays?
Yeah, I got a case of them. I told whatchamacallit, I told
Youngman?
Gino Bisconti, I go, yeah, Mondays are hard because it's like it's doing that turnaround from the weekend. He goes, yeah, but we like you on Mondays because you're just bitching the whole time.
Yeah.
He goes, it kind of works. It's like everybody hates Monday, so you just bitch and whatever. So
I jerked off 3 times today. I'm all.
also, I got the Lenny Marcus NY got shut down. The account got
Oh, did it?
suspended.
How does that happen?
Because you can't impersonate somebody else.
Oh, whoever did that,
So,
please.
and people are kind. I knew I was gonna, and people are kind of. There's a bit of a pushback on that. Like somebody texted me this morning saying, "You got to knock it off."
Really? Who'd you hear from?
It wasn't Lenny. I'm not gonna say it was because I still got to meet him.
Oh.
But
Was it Larry Sleinfeld?
but I knew I was gonna get. No, I knew.
Lenny Marcus NY 1.
No, I knew I was gonna get some.
69.
I knew I was going to get some pushback because he was operating as really Lenny. He was tagging Jim Norton.
Oh, that's so
He has
great.
he has Jim
good.
He has Jim Norton when he's going to be back on Chip Chipperson, and they don't know because it's the exact same account except one letter.
It's very funny.
And then he tweeted something about like this is the best time of year. Am I right, Pete Correale? And Pete Correale liked it. They don't know. And then and something else about the Comedy Cellar. I saw Liz on Saturday. I go on Friday. I go, Liz, you know it's bogus, right? You know you're interacting with like a bogus Lenny Marcus account. She goes, yeah, but it's so much fun. So I knew I was gonna get some pushback. And
Are you saying at Rachel Feinstein 4 does not want to fuck me?
no, so
Nothing?
no, so
I learned from the first 3 accounts.
no, but it was so on point, and then somebody even told me it was suspended. So then when I was like, oh shit, I go there. Sure enough, it's
I imagine that account's
it
like
was so much fun while it lasted. And then I looked at the rules, and sure enough, you can't impersonate.
Don't
somebody
worry,
else.
it's like a hydra. You cut one head off and 7 more grow in its place.
I know. So even if I tell people don't do it, it's like what's that movie Gremlins where you give them water, they multiply.
Yeah.
It's
Don't
like
feed 'em
giving
after midnight.
It's like giving troll. If you tell trolls not to do it,
Yeah,
it's like
no,
giving them water. It's like giving a gremlin water.
Gas on a
That's
fire.
what they want. They want to be told not to do
Can't
it.
show any reaction.
No, I know.
That's why the Twitter mute button is the best. Because if you block somebody, they'll do a screen cap and be like, look at this pussy, he had to block me. But if you mute them, they're just yelling out into the wind and you're ignoring them.
I don't know. You could mute people.
Yeah, it's nice.
What is a mute? It just you can see what they're doing, but they can't.
It means whatever
can't
they
hurt
do
you.
just
They can't hurt
doesn't.
your feelings.
They're just removed from your consciousness. It's like if you were a deaf person who turned away from
that?
someone.
No, but can you see them tweet still? But they can't see you. What's the difference?
I think the difference is when you block them, you're completely separated.
Yeah.
Right.
And when you mute them, they can look at all your stuff and they can keep emailing and contacting you as much as they want, but none of it gets through to you. And they can't tell that you've muted them.
It's like getting a like a
So it's
vasectomy.
it's like a fucking tease, right?
Yeah, it's nice because it just frustrates and infuriates them.
Yeah.
They
That's
think
what I
you're
did
just blowing them
to a
off.
guy yesterday. I said, he goes, he was like something about, I said something about Tom Brady. Then he was like, he had some Boston fucking tagline, you know? Then he goes,
Boston.
he brings up my brother Neil for no reason.
You have a brother named Neil?
So then he goes, so then I go 184. He has 184 followers. I go 184 followers. And then I just left it at that. And he goes, what does that mean? He kept wanting a response. I go, I basically just left it. I'm like, you know what it means?
Right.
You're nothing.
What else could it mean?
That you're insignificant and that you're just looking to fucking. And speaking of that, I'm looking over here because we're supposed to get a call. Anyway, and then somebody somebody tweeted me last night that they were trashing me on you know what, dude.
Oh yeah. The
And
Robert Kelly show.
so then I listened to that. It was just some guy from Jersey Jerks. It's a Riotcast show, Jersey Jerks, and they've been trying to get me to fucking engage with them for like forever. But he was trashing me, and Robert Kelly's like, "Yay, man! I don't." Bobby's trying not to take sides. The guy's like, "Brennan's a bitch.
Wow.
I don't like the way he handled it. He's greedy."
Handled what?
I like how people are like, first of all, I'm greedy because I wanted to make money.
Oh, the donations.
Just because my
Donate.
kids.
I got kids.
I mean,
donate.
people act like you're honorable if you keep your amateur status
Right.
in the podcasting world. You know what I mean? Like it's like I'm trying to get into the Olympics.
Right.
And you had to be an amateur. You couldn't take any money. It's like the guy was like, because Bobby Kelly's point was like, I'm greedy. I didn't. So if the Jersey Jerks want to come on the show, you're welcome. If you can,
Jersey Jerks.
Calling out the Jersey Jerks?
yeah, if you
Slow
can get the
down.
bus from South Jersey, they're somewhere in South Jersey. I don't know where.
God.
Okay, we got a caller.
All right, bring it on. How much you
ahead.
bench?
Mike and a Mad Dog.
We down.
What's that?
Hi.
Pretend we're Mike and a Mad Dog. It's a sports show. Owen
Yo.
Owen Benjamin's here. Oh, look at that picture.
up?
Oh my God, so fucking handsome.
Hey, thanks, man.
I think that was a couple of years ago. Joe DeVito's here and Brian McCarthy. You guys know Owen Benjamin?
Oh, hi, Owen. Nice to meet you.
I
Owen.
What's up, fellas?
enjoy his
How are ya?
Twitter.
Good.
Owen, let me ask you something. When you were here in June, you told me, and I say this to myself every day, the lone wolf gets killed. But like, are you lone wolfing a little bit on Twitter, or you feel like you got backup?
No, man. I feel like the lone wolf has convinced the world that they're the mainstream.
What about the Jersey Jerks? How do you feel about those guys?
Okay, so
I don't know anything. I don't really know anything about that.
We'll keep it that
okay,
way.
Owen. So Owen tweeted, which I thought was very interesting. Owen tweeted that if you're going to take down all the statues, then Harvey Weinstein should give back all his Oscars and then, which was a good point. And now the Academy's like he voted him out. So you were the first one I saw basically call him out, saying like he should be, you know what I mean? He should be like, what's that F Troop thing where they take off your stripes and whatever?
F Troop. How old are
Like
you?
a dishonorable discharge.
Yeah, where they shame you, you're shamed for life. So just go ahead. Just I want you to just talk about your take on this whole thing.
Yeah,
how Hollywood always has to be morally superior, where it's just garbage and it's just sleazy people and liars.
Right. Well, that's the whole thing. Is even like them shaming him right now is still lame, because what's happening is they waited until he lost his power and then they just went at him, and it's a whole culture of it. Like Harvey Weinstein's one of thousands, and like that's what happened to me when I said 3-year-old kids can't be transgendered, and I got treated like the lone wolf that you described. Where it's like there's people in Hollywood right now that are bragging about this shit. And it's like they won't get any heat as long as they have power. And that's what I think is very dangerous about Hollywood, is it doesn't judge people based on ethics or whether or not you like the person or if they're talented. It's based on power. And they'll fit power anywhere, even if, like I've known about Harvey Weinstein since like 2009. Like I've had actress friends be like, yeah, I wouldn't blow Harvey Weinstein so I couldn't get a part. And like no one cared. And then as soon as this happened, everyone's like, I'm disgusted. It's like, frankly, you were there. And it's just such a joke. And that's why, like, yeah, what you were saying earlier, like, it seems like I'm going off on a limb on Twitter. it really isn't, though. It's like most Americans agree with what I'm saying, and they just have the monopoly on the mouthpiece.
Right.
Well, I think I speak for everybody that says that these bloodthirsty Jews are finally getting their comeuppance. Hello?
Who said that?
It's Brian.
I'm blind.
He's my new sidekick because he's blind and he says a lot of ridiculous shit. But whenever he says something ridiculous, you just go, "Well, he's blind, so he doesn't know what's going on."
I mean, they killed Jesus. I mean, why are you surprised that he fingered Gwyneth Paltrow in the back of a Hyundai Sonata?
No,
he's probably not even blind. I'm not buying that he's blind.
And do you think it has something to do with the ugly Jew in Hollywood? Like somebody compared him to Jeff Ross. Somebody the other day said, he's like, every time you see Jeff Ross, he's got some new hot girl with him. It's like, he's like basically using the ugly Jew. Like, no one will fuck me if I wasn't in power or somewhat famous.
You're saying he was roasting those women?
Right.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's to do with being Jewish. I think it just has to do with when guys get $1 billion and chicks still don't want to fuck them, they spiral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? You think that's something?
Yeah, like chicks actually want to fuck Jeff Ross because he's funny, but like Harvey Weinstein,
Wait, Jeff Ross is
like,
funny?
No one wants to fuck that guy. Like if they do, it's strictly because they want to acquire more power or wealth.
But why did his wife was hot and she married him, right? So what is that?
Money, power.
Judd
Like
Apatow.
there's no. It's like the craziest dudes in LA are the ones that couldn't get any ass before they got fame and money, and then they have this like spite about them.
Yeah.
And like you see that a lot. You see these dudes that like that just always wanted more attention from women, and then when they finally got it, they knew it wasn't authentic, and they just saw some barback getting a hotter chick by just being tall. And it drives them fucking crazy.
So you were in Hollywood a long time. Did guys hit on you like producers? Did they kind of casting couch you ever?
No, I mean nothing that was crazy. I mean I've seen some shit, but for me it's like that's just so obviously part of the culture. Like I would just like because I'm not the type of person that would be like, okay, I will do it as long as you. I would just be like, don't touch me, queer, and then that would be the end of it. And then they go, okay.
And plus you're big too, so they probably won't try anything with you because you could just beat the shit out of them. But how about like a Steve Byrne? You think?
Yeah, right. But they did that to what's his name, Terry Crews, and Terry Crews didn't do anything. Remember
They did who to what?
What? Yeah, Terry Crews just came out with this like 12-tweet rant about how a gay producer grabbed his dick in front of his wife, and he didn't do anything. And he didn't even name the guy. So the guy's still getting away with grabbing a 240-pound black, like genetic specimen of a man's dick, and nothing happened.
Yeah, why would he not name the guy?
He said he's still concerned that the guy could have negatively impact his career, and he didn't complain. When you read it, Terry Crews is a pretty smart guy, and he said that everyone's like, why didn't you kick his ass? He said, I wanted to, but big black guy freaks out and beats up.
Now he can. Well, why does he just name his name now?
He said he's still concerned it could have a blowback.
Yeah, but it's already like it's
No
now
pun
he's
intended.
got the momentum on the other side. So just name his name, and then.
Well, it's Stockholm syndrome. It's like the dude's got $30 million and he doesn't want career blowback. I took on fucking all these people just because I have my own chickens.
Yeah, I had a guy give me a hand job so I could drive his pontoon boat when I was 15, and we're still on Facebook.
In my defense, I was really horny.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, come is come.
No, but the thing is that the fact that they wait for it to be legit, and then everybody jumps in. Like every day, it's a new like Angie Everhart. What didn't she like date Sly Stallone? And she was like she was like a SI swimsuit model, and it's like
beautiful. So
you think you're not going to get like sexually harassed as like you're using your body to get jobs? You think people are not going to want to fuck you? Like that's like crazy to me that women would even think that. Like if I had like beautiful tits and a great ass, I would expect people to hit on me.
And I'll tell you one more thing, my Kraut Mick friend. She was the greatest piece of ass I've ever seen. I gave her acting lessons, singing lessons.
Let this man talk. He's
sorry,
on the
Owen.
phone.
Go. Sorry, Owen. Sorry. That was Godfather.
No, it's
Thanks.
funny. No, keep doing it.
No, it's good. I'm out of gas.
No, but Owen, I mean, if you go to Hollywood and you're good looking, and you can't be like outraged that people are going to want to fuck you or going to want to finger you.
Yeah.
Right. So if someone
Finger
doesn't
you.
want to finger me, I can't even be friends with them.
No.
No, but like I don't see like the funny thing to me is what's not coming out is all the women that fucked him for parts and Oscars.
Yeah, and not that they were. Obviously, it's disgusting what he did, but not the women who were forced to do it, but the women who saw it as like, all right, cost of doing business.
Well, you know what I said?
Like, I have no problem with that. To be honest with you, like that's not what freaks me out about Harvey Weinstein. It's that shit when he would like that audio recording when he's like just so rapey. Like it's one thing if it's a chick and she knows what's up and she dates Harvey Weinstein, like. You know, like that Queen, like the Mother of Dragons chick when she was dating Seth MacFarlane. You're like, okay, she knows what time it is. That's not a big deal to me at all. But it's a big deal when someone's like, just come on, don't embarrass me. I'm gonna grab your tit. I do that all the time. She's like, no. I'm like, fucking end that animal. Put a fucking bullet in that animal's head.
By the way, Seth MacFarlane, best toupee in the business.
Oh my God, you're the worst today.
No,
Anyway. I mean, some days you're bad, but you're really bad. Owen,
I'm doing my best too.
Owen, let me ask you something. Listen, if you're an actress and you're 25 and you want to get acting jobs, and a producer comes on to you, and then you're like, listen, if you're 25 in Hollywood, you're gonna have sex with somebody, right?
Hopefully.
So why not just have sex that it'll pay off for you? You know what I mean? As opposed to fucking another actor from your acting class.
Oh, fuck up.
I mean, you're gay. It's not like people don't have sex anymore. They fuck. So fuck somebody. This whole thing of like, oh, he wanted to fuck me. Why not just fuck him? You need to work. Just fuck the guy.
Yeah.
Right. It's the least they can do. And like women instinctively fuck up anyway. It's like look at. Hillary Clinton had to fuck the one guy above her. Same with Beyonce had to fuck Jay-Z. It's like women instinctively want to be with someone more alpha than them. And so that's why some of these dudes, but like then you get into the like how just disgusting of a guy he looks and acts and that big fat fucking gut and just his grimy hands.
I'm right here, man. Give it a break.
No, he was
It's all
not
good, bro. It's all good. It's all good, man.
He was not attractive.
He lost weight recently, though.
Okay, well,
Owen, you, bro.
Owen, when you're in Hollywood, you're a tall, handsome guy. I really sound like a homo
Really
today.
are, yeah, like
no, but I'm looking at his picture. His
sunglasses on.
picture is like ridiculous. But anyway, you're a tall, handsome guy. When you talk to women, they're always looking for something, though, right? I mean, they're always looking for some. What can you?
A lot of the actresses are.
Yeah, like what can you do for me?
Though. Right. Well, it depends. It depends. Like it's
super cute.
There's shitty people and better people. I think that there's more shitty people there than typically, but you can meet some really cool people out there. I've met some women that didn't think that way, and I've met a lot that did. And you know, it just is. It is what it is.
And also, if you're a producer, you know, like that's why porn is so clean cut. Because if you're in porn and you want a job, you'll just blow a guy, you know. But out there, it's like if you're Harvey Weinstein and you're producing a movie, and then you have to cast an actress, like a new actress that. You know, how you pick between one or the other, like, you know, it's going to be good for a career. So you're just supposed to give this person like a job and get nothing back. Like there's no quid pro quo.
Gag reflex.
You are.
Like I'm just being contrarian here, but basically, like from the male point of view, it's like these women would be like, I want to get jobs off my looks. Like that one girl from what's that? The Big Bang Theory. She was like, I never use my looks to get jobs. Yeah, because you're ugly. You know what I mean? So everybody has like a fucking angle where they're superior to the other guy. Like, but if you're an actress in Hollywood, like you got it's a cutthroat town, a cutthroat business. So you can't think it's like fucking going to church.
Right.
For lack of a better analogy.
The thing that made me roast the dude so hard is because of the moral condemnation of the whole area. That's what made me want him to just to keep roasting him. I'm like, you're the fucking people that couldn't handle Trump saying something in a bus to a dude. And
right.
Like, and you're a part of this. Like for me, I'm not morally condemning as much as I am pointing out the hypocrisy of these fucking people. Like Meryl Streep called him God. On the Oscar stage, which is basically vouching for him so that about like 20 other little chicks can get fucking raped.
What, she called him God?
Fuck you, Meryl Streep. Yeah, she goes, And give it up for Harvey Weinstein, who is God.
Wow.
Said that.
Did he ever actually
it's
rape
like-
anybody? I'm a little behind on the whole story.
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
Dude, listen to that audio. It's like
Okay.
it's fucking crazy, and that was just one of many. Dude, if you listen to that audio, we all know the difference between like a guy, like I have buddies, or I've been like ambitious with women, where it's like, come on with me, come back to my. This is a different level. This is like. He's like, let me grab your tit. And she's like, no. And then she's like, you just grabbed my tit. He's like, that's what I do. Don't embarrass me. Like,
Yeah.
and he starts like trying to
You
cry.
fucking cunt.
Yeah, but it's like, it's different. It's like when a girl's like flirting with you, you can kind of like,
Right.
dance a little bit. But this chick was just, no, you're making me uncomfortable. No, stop, no. And he's just like, but I fucking made Shakespeare in Love. Like, it was horrific.
I'm an artist.
Yeah.
He
Right,
talks
look
like
how
I
fat
talk
I
at
am.
strip clubs when I have 20s in my hands. Can I grab your tit?
Yeah, come on.
That's how I talk at strip clubs. Whenever at the bus station, when it's just
The
regular
bus
people.
station?
Because there's like a protocol. But I think he just, listen. I think he just got away with it forever. Like Cosby, he got away with it forever. He's like, holy shit, I'm still getting away with it. Like they're almost like gambling, and they're just like, it's still working. Like I can't fucking believe it. Like when Meryl Streep, like I didn't even hear that, but when Meryl Streep calls you God, like. That buys you like 20 years of just grabbing pussy, and people like I've seen so many comics go like I've never said like about Trump saying to grab a girl by the pussy like. Judd. I know Judd Apatow does a bit about it, but I've seen a bunch of comics like Michael Chase. Like I've never heard a guy said it. It's like guys have said much worse than like grab a girl by the pussy. So this whole thing of like guys don't talk like that, they do, unless you're a fucking like Lenny Marcus or Tom Papa.
Or Tom Papa.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like when you know people and you know that they're lying. That's what got me kind of on the outs with a lot of these people. Because like, I'm not gonna like call people out, but I'm gonna call out the whole culture and be like, you don't think I know what you say and do, you fucking liars? And it just got so suffocating that I'm like, and the funny thing is it isn't hurting my career. It's helping. It's like
It's good.
because that whole industry is not going to last. It's like they're pretending the internet doesn't exist. They're just desperately trying to pretend that Hollywood agents are still gatekeepers
Right.
when YouTube exists.
Right.
It's like it's Blockbuster Video just holding on to those late fees.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, and it's like, oh, well, now you'll be blackballed. I'm like, well, my Twitter's up 20,000 people this month. Who's blackballing me?
Right.
I'm here to make people laugh, not get approval by a bunch of fucking Jabba the Hutt assholes.
Yeah. Oh, and I agree with you. I think what bothers me about this, and I think that what's going to be nice for people outside the entertainment business is that we get so sick of Hollywood moralizing all the time and acting like they have some right or some insight to say, oh, you people, you need to listen to us. And then you look at this,
Right, exactly.
this filthy pond they choose to swim around in and say, no, just make your movies and shut up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not better than other people.
Right. They're not.
And
Yes.
that's what made me rub it in their faces. Because if not, it just wouldn't. It's the moral condemnation that they claim to have. And some of them, I'm like, dude, I've seen you asleep with Coke on your face. Like, and you're going to talk about, some politician's view on immigration and say that he's evil. I'm like, dude, I've seen you do some of the most evil shit ever. And that's why I'm just like, I love making fun of them for it.
Yeah.
Like Trevor Noah calling for censorship and shit. I'm like, shut up, man.
Owen got into it with Tom Arnold. Can you talk about that for just a second?
Dude,
Because
talk about
again,
anything,
he's like a junkie forever, right? Just a
Yeah.
piece of shit. And he's like, how dare you, Owen Benjamin?
Right. It's like on Twitter, like he was just talking shit to me, and I'm like, dude, I shot a short film with you years ago, and I'm pretty sure you were asleep with like cum and piss all over you. I'm like,
Cum
dude,
and
do
piss.
you not know I know you?
Was
Like,
it a
are you
long
so
weekend?
fucking
No, he
delusional?
don't. He don't remember a lot of things, I'm guessing. So
But like, if I was like that, like I would assume that there's a good chance
Right.
someone knows that they saw me covered in my own cum asleep in like a makeup chair.
right.
Like it's like, dude, you take horse tranquilizers. Like you're crazy. Like 'cause I don't mind people that know they're crazy, because those are the people that I don't really have a problem with.
everybody-
Things we don't more. Go ahead.
No, everybody piles on in Hollywood. Everybody piles on. Once the piling on starts, they all pile on because then they can be like, "I'm so superior," and I'd never do anything bad. You know, I might do some blow off of hookers like cunt once in a while, but that was at a party. So it's just like this whole thing. Everyone's better than everybody else, and that's you get a lot of that in Hollywood anyway. So whatever.
Well, yeah,
so
that's all they have. Because if not, everyone would be like, "Wait a minute, how much do we pay this bitch? $20 million to fucking run around the woods with two gay guys like Twilight?" It's like, wait a minute. So we're giving her $20 million. This chick that blatantly has Asperger's syndrome to just run around the woods with two gay guys.
Wow,
And
who's
no one
this?
has a problem with that. That's like
sounds like a party.
thousands of years of a teacher's salary.
yeah,
it's
no,
like-
I know it's sick. Yeah, you're right. They
I-
make so much money. They have to have something and be like, we're superior, we're making this great product. And and we're just better than everybody else. That's why you should follow our lead, But
Well,
it's,
devil's advocate, Tom Arnold was in Meet the
ridiculous.
Stupids.
Huh?
Tom Arnold was in Meet the Stupids, which is
I don't even know what you're talking
that's
about.
a movie he made.
All right, Owen, thank you so much for calling
Owen,
in. I
nice
want to do
meeting
this
you.
like on a regular basis because he's the best, and
great.
definitely follow him on Twitter. His Twitter's amazing, and he fucking
And I
he
gotta,
goes at it with everybody.
At Lenny Marcus NY.
Shut up, Owen Benjamin.
I got a new special I'm putting out on my website November 1st. My website is hugepianist.com. It's called
Really?
Feed the Bear, so check that out. Yeah, I produced it myself.
Awesome.
Wait, well, you just taped it?
Yeah, in Manchester, England. It was
great.
fully crowdfunded.
All right, so you can so you can get it on your website, and then it's going to be on iTunes, or how's it work?
Yeah, I'm going to just put it up anywhere. I'm just
Okay.
not going to go that route of like fucking being approved by people that don't understand anything.
fuck that.
So
All
I'm
right.
just doing it myself.
All right, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, Owen.
All right, later, fellas.
All right,
Buddy.
bye.
Bye.
No, I'm just being a contrarian. Like, I'm not defending Harvey Weinstein. I'm just saying, like, women, listen, I walk down the street from the train to here, and it's like you see all these hot women, and it's like they know they're hot, they're working it. So it's like I'm not saying they should be like assaulted, but it's like they know the game. Like even if they pretend they don't know the game. So if you're an actress in Hollywood and you're hot, like why would the guy hire you? For you to be outraged, be like, oh, the guy, people want you to suck their dick. That's just a given.
Right.
So then if he says suck my dick, you're like, I don't want to suck your dick. That's your choice, But there's going to be, there might be a little bit of that, especially if you don't have a name. Like comics will suck a dick, right?
Yeah. They wish it was that easy.
Earlier today.
Right? Who wouldn't?
No, we wish it was that easy that you could just suck a dick to get stage time. Like if it was that clear cut, like it would be easier than making a tape.
It's
wouldn't
just
it?
to get it over with. That's
Yeah.
That's what's so funny with comics is that I get that female comics get hassled by club owners and all, but to me it makes me laugh that female comics have all these guys trying to fuck them, whereas male comics have no one trying to fuck.
They have
us.
no leverage.
That's why we do stand up.
Yeah,
We're not
we have no
fucking-
leverage. Yeah, before I came in, Joe was on the phone. I'm not going to ask you who you're talking about.
It's David Feldman doing his podcast.
But you're complaining about just dating in general, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's the worst. It's the worst. I fucking hate it.
Is it? And you're doing online, or you meet women at clubs, or everything?
I had a relationship earlier this year with someone that I thought.
How long?
Well, this is what really sucks. Only about 4 months, but she's someone I'd been friends with for quite a few years,
Okay.
and now that is all kind of in the shitter, and it's big. It's a real bummer. But I realize now, like, oh shit, one of the things that makes it the worst is that I thought I was going to be done with this online dating and meeting people. I fucking hate it. Like I went out with some woman the other night. We had a good date, and the next day, texting and shit like that. And she said, "Call me." And I said, "I'm in some meetings. I have to call you back later." And then she freaks out, sends me this thing like, "Lose my number." I said, "What? Just come on. What am I on this timeline now?"
Fuck her? Did you guys have sex?
No, I just met her the night before.
No, the thing is, I think people, as they get older, they get a little bit. It's almost like dealing with a comic who's been older, and then they take everything as like this big personal affront.
Because it is all the other shit in their life is built up.
So they
They're
use
reacting to
you.
that.
They
Yeah.
How old
use
was
you.
She was 40, and I'm 48.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, this midlife crisis is no joke.
Can you punch down though? Like, how young do you think you could date? Like 32?
Well, this girl I tried to have the relationship with was not quite. It's pretty sad. This is how you know someone's too young when you tell them how she's gonna be 28. You know what I mean? Like you have to
She
put
was 27?
28. She's
Wow.
28. Yeah,
20 years younger.
Yeah, I know.
Wow,
it was
that's-
not. It was not well thought
Who
out.
is which one? The girl, the one that,
that broke
you
his heart?
started
Yeah, the
dating.
one that broke my heart is a good way to refer to it.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, because even when I was separated for a
sorry.
while, and when people are calling on the phone, don't say like dumb thing because they don't even know who you are. They can't see you.
One was having fun
You
with
can't
me.
see them either, to be fair.
Yeah, so
No, that's true, but he don't know who's when you're on the phone, you're doing a call into a show.
All right, Seth
and-
MacFarlane has a nice head of hair. I retract
No, I'm
it.
saying when three people are in a studio and then one person calls in, they already feel kind of like on the outside
Owen
because
was
they
great.
are. So then when you're like doing all these one-liners, he's like, "Who's that? And what does that mean?" I don't even know what the fuck it means.
I don't either.
Doing like these non sequiturs about Seth MacFarlane.
It's a good thing I was extra smart, so you notice it.
Joe was doing great.
Oh, I know you
all
slowed it
kinda
down because
worked that over here.
dumb fuck over here. I got to be kind of nice to him because he's the
Little
only
bit.
guy that shows up every week.
Right.
Dumb fuck over.
Sure, go ahead.
Because he's got no job because he can't see. He tries to get a job, but he always shows up at the wrong office.
I thought I worked at a pet store.
So no, because Owen's he's a deep for a comic. He's a deep thinker.
Suck his dick
He's
much?
a-
All right, he
No,
was
I'm just
fine.
saying
He was
his
great.
Twitter. He was the first guy who said this guy should be given his awards back, and then 3 days later, the Academy's like, yeah, we're gonna have a vote. So I'm like, I don't know if Owen was the first guy to think it. I'm not saying
White Hannibal Buress.
I'm not saying he did that, but he was the first guy who said the obvious thing. We're like, listen, if all these statues, if General Jackson is a crook, then take his fucking. If you're gonna take all these statues down, then take the fucking. And I'm not, then take Harvey Weinstein's fucking Oscars away. And the fact that she called him God, it's like it's fucking ridiculous because
maybe had no idea,
because,
though.
No, they all knew. Everybody knows everything.
They were making jokes about it. There was that joke on 30 Rock where they referenced him by name.
Yeah.
She's I kind of.
And she's not even in it. She's not even in movies, Tina Fey. So everybody knew. It's a big fucking joke.
to be.
So that's what I'm saying. Don't interrupt him because
Right, I'm sorry. I'll never interrupt Owen Benjamin again.
No, I'm trying to give you the finger, but you can't
see
even
the
see.
finger.
So I'm trying. I can't say
Christ.
like shut up because then Owen will think I'm talking to him.
No.
He made a really good point about how people say, why is this coming out now? It's because
He's weak.
it's a tipping point.
Yeah.
And this is the way they're such scumbags. They waited until like,
He
what's
has
the
no
last
power.
possible moment? And then, now we're all going over the other side. Now the things have tipped. Now we're all
Right.
going to condemn him.
It's so like Darwinian out there, like the shark eating. They wait for the guy for the guy to weaken.
Blood in the
and then-
water, I think you
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
And then they come at him. It's just and that's people go Hollywood. So it's the most dishonorable and he was on Sullivan and Son, and when he was on here. The first time he was on here, I was asking about when they got canceled. He goes, yeah, we found out like some random way. Like you're at the mercy of these fucking guys.
Yeah.
Like it's your life. You're making money, and all of a sudden they go like, yeah, we don't want to do it anymore. And they don't apologize. It's just like this thing where you're just supposed to like deal with it well, and it's like it's almost impossible,
It's very inhuman, and it doesn't surprise me because it's a whole business based on treating people as objects.
Right.
You come in and you say these
Right.
words, and then you make this explosion happen, and then that's why it lends themselves to treating people like that. But it's funny how quickly it turns, and what it reminds me of is the dictator of Romania, Ceausescu.
Oh, sure.
Uh,
God bless you.
Thank you, Gesundheit. He was a dictator, but one day he was giving a speech, and someone in the audience kind of went, boo. And someone else started booing, and they all turned on him, and then he didn't know what the hell was going on, and by the next day, they dragged him and his wife in front of a court and said, you're guilty, and they shot them in the head the next day. He was dictator right up until that, until one person said, boo, and other people realized, yeah, we can say it now, too.
Yeah.
It happened like that.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening with a piece of shit like Harvey Weinstein.
And also what he said is true about the internet. Like the internet is taking the power away from these agents.
Yeah.
And and whoever, you can put up your own shit. Like you want to put on Netflix, but does Netflix pay you enough to take an hour material, or then they set up the terms, whereas opposed to you just putting on your website and then putting it wherever, get donations like Louis did with one of his specials. He's like donate $5 and. Be honorable about it. The fans are more honorable than like this fucking Teamster, this piece of shit in the audience. I'm kidding.
Cocksucker over there?
Kidding, of course.
Right.
You didn't smile, so that's a bad sign. Anyway,
9/11.
but Teamsters, these Teamsters and cops and everything.
Yeah.
They're the real heroes.
They're like regular people. They have like regular emotions. You know what I mean? They don't like you said in Hollywood. You go to a casting agent, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't. You're just like another person. Like. You go to some casting thing. There's like 20 people that look like you. They don't give a fuck. They can't get emotionally attached to anybody.
No,
So
Because you're interchangeable.
Oh, my cheekbones.
so you know, like this.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're really on your game. Like he does.
Is there a form of comedy blindness when you can't see the punchline?
Oh, he does. The best thing was he makes a joke, then he goes hello, like the hacky thing, like hello.
I know.
But he really doesn't know if anybody's here.
Everybody's
He really like, did everyone leave?
Yeah.
So anyway, I was at a Teamster. You like, you know, whatever. Anyway,
That's another reason I think New York is better than. I haven't done a whole lot in L.A., but because everyone in LA is in the business.
Everybody. Or they work for somebody who's in the business.
And it's an echo chamber. And even with New York City, I live on Long Island, and it's the best because I'm friends with people who are cops, firemen, own beauty salons,
regular
men.
people.
They have normal lives, and they're not worried about. Garbage men make a lot of fucking money, man. Let me tell you. But they're worried about normal people shit.
And I'm the hack.
You laughed.
I did laugh.
I didn't go, hello?
Very
hello?
funny.
Is anybody out there? No, it's true. Like even when I go to Long Island, when I perform at the clubs out there, you just get a better read of, you know, because they actually have kids and they have like fucking mortgages where every fucking cunt in the clubs here in the audience is just like, no, we don't want kids. I don't want kids because they're messy. And so it's like they're not, you know, and then of course the women, they don't want kids until they're 35. Then they're like, anybody fuck me. I want a kid.
Yeah.
So they're all, and I know they're all fucking, you know, I know they're stupid, but they're like, I'm not going to have kids. And then what are you going to do? You're just going to sit around and fucking knit stuff, you know, for Lenny? So the point is,
Marcus NY.
the point, I can't help myself. I'd rather be shot.
Every fucking cunt in the audience.
No, but you can just like I do shows in New York now, and I go, anybody have kids or anybody married, anybody, but they're almost shamed into they don't acknowledge it because then it's like they're the outcast. So then when I'll do a joke about you know having kids, and then they'll laugh and I'll see them nodding, but they won't acknowledge they have kids in the audience. Where like
cool.
Yeah, because it's not cool. So if you got, you know, Manhattan's like you gotta not have kids, and you gotta be all vegan and fucking cashless, and that's a new thing. Whenever I pay cash, you're like, "Are you a fucking pimp?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a pimp."
I know you are.
Because nobody pays cash anymore.
I went to some lunch place where they just don't take cash.
Yeah, that should be fucking illegal.
You're supposed to just wave your phone at something, and some of your blood disappears, or whoever it is they take.
Like even Dunkin' Donuts, everybody scans their phone.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is it? What do you get free thing if you use your
points.
thing?
You get points the more you.
Yeah, what? I shouldn't. I don't get points with cash.
No, you don't.
That's bullshit.
No.
I should get a Jew to help.
Yep. Get one of
sue
those. They're
them.
good with money.
Get a tech Jew.
Yeah, God bless you.
What a great company that would be.
Oh God.
Oh, but that's another thing about Long Island.
Jewish
You can
if you own that
say,
company.
like you can do jokes about like that are like slightly anti-Semitic or slightly whatever, and it's just a joke. It's a fucking comedy club. It's not a fucking TED Talk.
Right.
But here it's like you gotta. Like I'm in so much trouble at these clubs now. Like I get heckled between the Lenny thing and
Really?
fucking, yeah. It's like I every time I walk in there, I just gotta go. I'm just waiting. It's like dread. I'm just waiting for something to happen. Like you just can't do comedy. Like it can't just be good comedy. It has to be broken down. Like we don't know if we approve of that kind of material now.
And then you see them make the faces, and it's even jokes that were so funny just a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And you think, man, there's no way that someone could get that on TV now because they would. You can't just fuck up. You got to lose your job. You have to be kicked out of the industry. You got to be marched through the streets and all this other shit. What happens? I think of some of those Dave Attell jokes that, yeah, I guess that's a rape joke, but he's not actually saying go out and rape someone.
He isn't?
He's making a joke.
Sometimes he is though.
Well, it's not a little bit. It depends on which show you see him on the Late Show. Maybe he's trying to close the deal.
Remember that joke? He used to do a joke about. He said when he was in high school, he worked at the McDonald's, and then they hired the retarded girl. Yeah. And people are like, and then he started dating her, and people are like, you dating that retarded girl? He goes, those titties ain't retarded, So it's like, it's a great joke, but you can't say retarded anymore. So you can't say those titties ain't Down syndromed. You know what I mean?
They're not differently abled.
Differently abled. Differently abled.
That'd be funny if someone took one of those acts and just PC
the whole thing up.
Yeah, it's because it'd just be nonsense.
No, but if I'm on stage and like every joke, I think I did a college one time and they were like going through all these like things where you can't. This is like 20 years ago. You can't say this, you can't say that. And as I'm doing every joke, I'm like, oh, this offends this, or I curse here, or this, or I offend handicapped people, or whatever. whatever. So it's like just about every joke I have. But the problem is with like jokes. I don't want to go into comedy, but I mean too much into breaking out comedy. But the problem with comedy is like you have to generate a laugh, and part of that is like it's called a punchline for a reason. It's supposed to like hit. It's supposed to have some effect on you.
Right.
It's not. But every joke, everyone can't be Mike Birbiglia.
No.
Not that
If only.
Not that I'm slamming him, but it's like he does. It's all from his I don't comb my hair, and I'm this kind of guy. I'm sleepwalking.
Right.
So if you're just gonna do regular jokes, people are gonna get their feelings hurt a little bit under the guise of let's try to make people laugh. Well,
people will still complain. I don't know why it is, but the idea that you can show up to a place looking to get pissed off. You would think a comedy club would be the last place you would go for that, but now there's people who come to a comedy club to wait and to hear anything they can say, like, no, that's the thing I don't like. That person, don't hire them anymore. It's like, fuck you.
White women. It's
true. They're the worst. I had a woman come up to me after show, complain about some joke, and I said to her, and I'm not an edgy comic. I just like to make people laugh.
Sure.
And I said to her, well, did you laugh? And she went, absolutely not. And I said, well, then you've had your vote. That was your one vote you get.
Yeah.
Laugh or you don't. This other shit, you don't get to come up to. I don't care what you think. What you think, you have an ignorant, uninformed opinion. So go fuck yourself.
Wow.
Plus, if everybody's laughing and you don't laugh, it's like you go into a restaurant, everyone loves the food, but you don't like the food. Like, maybe it's you. Yeah. Maybe it's you,
At the very least, you went to the wrong restaurant. You should have done your research.
I mean, to be fair to these women, whenever I go to a restaurant, I'm looking for trouble.
You call this medium rare?
I'm looking for things to complain about. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. But waitress service sucks now, too, because the waitresses are all on their fucking phone when they're in their fucking bus station.
I don't know where you go.
And you go, hey, where's my thing? And they go, oh, yeah. Like when I go with my family, it's a fucking nightmare because my two kids, they're not good at waiting, Yeah. So I take them to what's that place, the Panda Express?
Panda Express.
And people go like,
go there?
I go there. I'm a shareholder. Anyway. I go there. No, because the food's prepared. It's prepared in advance. So my kids love it, and I like it too. And then if you get a kids meal. If you get a kids meal, you get a cookie.
Okay, cool.
A lot of times, I'll go if I go with just one of my kids. We'll get two kids meal. I'll pretend like I'm getting it from my daughter at the table, so that way I get a smaller portion and a cookie and a soda.
You eat a kids meal at Panda Express?
No, sometimes you ever do that when you're at you can't do it really, but if you get a room service, you order from the kids meal.
I never order room service. I don't.
No, because that's what you do.
Never.
No, that's why I do that when I'm if I order room service, especially my kids are there, I'll get a kids meal because then I'll just pretend like one of them is from my kid who's in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Because it's a smaller meal and it's cheaper, and a lot of times you get a cookie.
I don't even know what to say.
But Panda Express, it's like, and people go, "Oh, it's too salty." I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I mean, I mean, you're not going to die of salt when you're a kid.
No, kids.
You know what I mean? You're not going to die of salt as a kid. I mean, I was talking about the Jawbreaker. Parents of people, remember the Jawbreaker?
Yeah, and then you would put it back in a container. Do you remember that?
What, to save it?
They sold ones that were
for
so
next
big.
generations. Yeah, you couldn't finish it. But my kids got one. They went to one of the kids in their school had a birthday party, so they gave him like a gift bag, and they had like little Jawbreakers in it. I'm like, the perfect size of a fucking kid's throat.
Yeah, right? That shouldn't
so
be
it's like, I'm not worried about salt or pepper or paprika, you fucking blind fuck.
Also, like,
don't judge me.
I'm not judging you. Fine, go to Panda Express.
No, I love the food court's magic.
And you'd be surprised how much a kid's throat can take.
Oh, stop.
I'd rather have them suck a dick than put a Jawbreaker in their mouth.
Well,
because Jawbreakers are the perfect fucking size. You know what kills kids more than anything? Grapes. Big grapes. They tell you have a big grape, you got to chop it in half because it won't slide down there.
I actually watched my wife cut grapes yesterday. Yeah, you have got to cut a grape in half. This is scintillating television, by the way.
It's not even television.
Whatever it's called.
We're waiting for our next caller. Are we calling him or is he calling us?
Could the Teamster call in?
Oh, I like these calls, but don't interrupt them.
I won't. I'm sorry. God, beat me up again.
It's like when when you call in.
I apologize to Owen Benjamin, your boyfriend.
You can't get into a rhythm.
Yeah, because they're making all these.
Your own jokes.
They're making jokes. They're making jokes. You don't. A lot of times you don't even hear what they were talking about when you got there. And then they're making all these jokes, and you're like, do you think they're joking on you? But they're just joking.
Owen sounded very confident in his appearance.
Owen will beat the fuck out of you.
He's tall. He's good looking.
6'7". He's
Is he really
fucking
6'7"?
gorgeous. Yeah, he's really
He's
good
a
looking
thick
man.
one, right? You think?
Even now, even
Talk about a jawbreaker.
But that picture they put up, I mean, it was ridiculous. He looked like a beyond a male model.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Like I want to just fucking get a horseback ride from
sit
him,
on it.
like my kids do. Yeah, give me a horseback ride. I'm like, Owen, give me a horseback ride.
Let's hope some of the DNA would get on you. I
know.
The next generation.
Oh, I know. And he brags about on Twitter. He brags about his DNA, like how
Really?
he's a tall white man.
That's like funny. That's funny.
It's hilarious.
How's your wife
He's
doing?
like, I'm a tall white man. I'm a 6'7" white man. I'm a winner.
Who's that other tall
Like the guys who, it's like the guys who in AA, they're like, all I have to do is not drink. Who does? I think Rick Shapiro used to do a joke. He goes, I could rape a kid, but as long as you don't drink that day, I'm a winner. I think Rick Shapiro did that classic bit. So Owen's like, I'm a fucking conqueror. I'm a Nordic man, 6'7". I'll fuck everybody, and they'll all be beautiful, tall children.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really funny. Is he single?
No, he's married.
Oh.
I'm not going to say but he moved out of Hollywood, and he another smart thing he did. I don't want to tell his whole business, but he's financially secure. So he's throwing. He doesn't.
He crowdfunded his last.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of Twitter followers, and he's popular enough. He can tour. He's not at the mercy of Hollywood.
Yeah, okay.
And some agent going,
I know.
You're not going to get a Netflix special. He's like, fuck it, I don't need it. I don't need a Netflix special. And in 10 years or 5 years, it's like that model's going to be changed because people are just going to put out their own specials because they're not going to wait for Netflix. The Netflix thing is oversaturated.
Nah.
They're raising their rates too.
Yeah, they're raising their
First
rates.
time since 2015.
Is it $12 a month now, or?
I think it's
14?
well, I think it depends on what package you get. So that's so interesting. Some people are crowdfunding to get it like a Netflix special. I actually am going to crowdfund just to pay for my Netflix membership. People send me a couple of bucks. Take the heat off. I still get the DVDs, but I've had one for like 4 months.
Really? You took the DVDs, really?
Some movies that I like that they're not streaming.
Stream.
Yeah, but it's been sitting on my next to my TV for months.
Well, I mean, I don't think the whole crowdfunding thing, I don't like that model. I feel like people, like the whole Louis thing it works for him. It's great and everything. But it's like, I don't want to spend $5 in PayPal and, just give me $15 a month. Let me watch it on like Netflix or Hulu or Amazon.
What do you not want to pay for?
I don't want to pay for the crowdfunding. I don't like the little thing where I do it on my website. I get paid $5 and then I've got to like download it on my phone or whatever it is. Just give me an app and let me just watch it.
What I don't like is when you do not a paywall, Patreon, where you have to give them extra. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, like if they donate like $20 a month, you have to like I'm gonna, if I set up a Patreon, I'm gonna do it as like a joke. Like if for $20 a month they can fuck my wife. You know what I mean? Like for $100 a month, I'll give them my phone number. You know what I mean?
By the way, do you think?
Don't say anything about my wife because I can't talk about her.
She's I don't know her.
I don't even know her.
No, I tried to meet her one time and then you canceled it.
No, my wife's like, basically we're whatever. She said, just don't talk about me. Like, don't. And I go, and so I'm trying not to.
Talking more about her than I am right now. Anyway, my point is, do you think you could get the guy's dick hard, like in your mouth?
What?
I don't know. Like
that's the Teamster.
Nobody. All right,
Get on mic. Get on a mic here.
Come on, Danny. Hey, stop talking about so much fucking cock over here.
The guy goes,
let's talk about gas.
The guy goes, what's all this gay talk? Can't you talk about a pussy?
All right, let's talk about some gas.
It's a Teamster.
Live mic?
No, we don't. Do we have a mic?
Whatever one you want to pick up.
Yeah, I'm ready.
We actually need a Teamster to come in and set up the microphone.
How ironic.
The union shop.
Yeah, exactly. Don't tell the shop steward.
Did he call?
Not yet. He's probably getting his dick sucked right now.
Yeah, exactly.
He don't give a fuck.
No, he don't give a fuck. He's done.
Talking to the mic. What's your
He's
name?
gonna retire with billions of dollars.
What's your name? Tim?
Timmy.
Listen, Timmy. I don't know why you're Timmy. You're like a 40-year-old man. Anyway, Tim.
53, cocksucker.
Wow.
Anyway.
Oh, God.
What's with all the gay shit?
Yeah, Timmy, slow it down, you homo.
You got me on that.
Yo.
You got me on that.
Everyone falls prey to this gay talk. You love it. It's just job talk.
It's almost as there's some sort of gay virus.
Right.
First of all, I'm gonna grab everybody by the pussy. I like when comics go, I've been in some locker rooms. I'm like, not a real locker room, not a fucking football team in college or whatever. They say all kinds of shit. There's a lot of N-words and
Equinox on Broadway.
Yeah, so it's like I've been in some locker rooms at the Y in Beverly Hills. Yeah, it was a bunch of old Jews.
Right.
Yeah, they might not talk about grabbing
Schwitz.
women by the pussy. They're talking about fucking deals at UTA.
I was in
Just throw that in for you. Aren't you a UTA? Stupid.
yeah, UTA is one of my.
Yeah. They're the I got the blind division at UTA.
Yeah, put it at UTA. I think it's UTA.
You said UTA was handling your next deal.
They are, yeah, they're very big.
They're handling your package.
My package, but yeah, I was in the Crunch on. I used to live in L.A. and I was in the Crunch on Santa Monica Boulevard, and I joined for like a month, and then there was a guy literally shaving his balls at the sink. And I was like, dude, can you?
No, he wasn't.
I promised you, there was a guy shaving.
Timmy, what do you think about shaving your balls at the sink?
Hey, Timmy, how's your cock look like, Timmy, over there? Come on,
man.
Is it all hairy? You know, his hairy cock.
The best part is he's really mad. He's not.
No, I'm not mad.
He's not fake mad.
You know, you talk
well,
about all
let's
this Hollywood nonsense.
I tell you, I like to bang that Valerie Bertinelli.
Yeah, well, what do you think about Harvey Weinstein? You said he's a billionaire. He don't care.
Of course, dude. He's a billionaire. He's gonna fucking retire to his mansion and get his dick sucked.
No,
every day by
it's
whoever he
not that
wants.
simple. They want the respect. They want respect. Plus, he can't get another job. He's gonna get bored. He doesn't do anything. All he does is take phone calls all day. Once the phone calls stop, he's gonna go crazy. It's like when you tell a stand-up he can't do stand-up anymore. They go nuts.
I heard he's maybe facing jail time.
Yeah, but it's mostly statute of limitations because I know all my rapes statute of limitations are mostly up by now.
You're fine.
Get him in early. It's
No,
like
I think
Christmas shopping.
Well, you're raping by 18. That's what I always say.
No,
to the
I
kids.
think rape, the statute of limitations it's not that long.
Yeah.
How long?
It's like 7 years or something.
Really?
Vary state by state.
Yeah.
No, so it's weird that it's such
Nevada's a
short.
weekend.
Like, it's almost like they just go like it almost after 7 years it didn't happen or something. It's
She had it
kinda
coming.
weird.
They're like, she had it coming.
Yeah, she was hot.
Yeah, she like, look at that dress she was wearing.
No, I'm anti-rape. And
course
like
you
I
are.
say in my act, I could never rape anybody because I come too quick. It would just never get that far.
Yeah, just be like
You'd
you
be talking to police. You'd
What a relief.
be talking to police. You'd be like, I thought he was going to rape me. He started taking off his pants. Then he said, damn, and ran away. So.
You can't rape by apologizing.
Oh, I do a rape hunk in my act now sometimes, and then people go, and I can see the white women going like, you can't say. But then I really go, you know what? These jokes aren't for everybody because I'm basically saying I can't rape because I come quick, not because I think because I'm morally opposed to it. Just so we never get that far. So that's sometimes they kind of shake their head and I go, yeah, maybe you're right. Anyway, Timmy, how you feel about rape?
Timmy, what's your stance on rape?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's no good, right?
I like how he's sitting down and the mic still looks like Lemmy was sitting there at that weird angle.
And what's the problem with that?
There's no problem with Motorhead. What did your shirt say?
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses. Did you go to the show last night?
Timmy's going to be a regular.
Nice.
Timmy, you're going to be a regular on the show.
I don't even know. He's just in the corner.
I like his belligerent attitude.
I know. I like how you're mad to be here. It's funny. It's very
Like
refreshing.
the old man in the Muppets.
What it is that
It's like jury
I watch
duty.
Kevin every week.
Yeah.
And he's a real dick on the air.
Yeah.
When I finally met him in person. He's a dick.
He is.
Yeah, there's
You know
no,
what I mean?
Too. I
You
was
know
a
what?
dick.
What could I expect?
I was a
not a
dick
character.
off the air.
it's not a
Oh, but I
character.
could just tell you're a dick, man. You called me.
He goes, yeah.
Shit, you know.
Yeah.
He goes,
It's
you're
not a character.
Kevin? I go, yeah. What'd you expect?
I,
How'd you expect me to
look
be?
like you, man.
Like I don't look like me?
Oh, not like you look like it on camera. You look like.
Oh, yeah, because I don't wear my dark glasses.
You'd be the
I wish I
greatest-
could be like this all the time. My wife goes, yeah, because you think you do this. I'm not talking about my wife. I'm
No,
talking
you
about
aren't. No, it's
hypothetical. No, my wife goes, whenever she gets mad at me, she goes, yeah, because you think you do these shows and you could just be this all the time. I'm like, I wish I could just be this way all the time. Like, get on the train, go, get the fuck off the train, you smelly fucking foreigners. You know what I mean? Just say whatever I want, be anti-Semitic first thing in the morning.
Wake up. Oh, Jews.
That's why I like doing Anthony's show, because I leave. I'm like, I'm so reasonable.
Yeah, that's
Political
true.
opinions are so middle of the road.
Plus, also, you get it out of your system.
it's
You know what I
like-
mean? People go, oh, because I might have a heart attack any day now. And people are like,
That's your cholesterol.
people go, well, isn't it all this rage? I go, yeah, but I'm getting it out. You know what I mean? When I'm done, it's like after I fuck, like I feel relaxed because it's all this aggression has been seeped out of my. Is that too gay for you, Timmy?
Yeah.
Anyway, dripping out of my delicious cock. My Irish semen.
Yeah. I love that. I love to give a guy a rim job.
Timmy, I can't believe he's like gonna beat the fuck out of me. I'm gonna get the shit beat out of my
Keep the
guy
show going for
Teamster named Timmy.
Keep the show going until Tim's got to go to work.
You're over, brother.
Timmy, talking to the mic.
Said my fighting days are over.
And it just anyway. So the Harvey Weinstein thing. First of all, and once this shit starts, the money dries up real fast because he's got kids. He's got. It's like all these.
Harvey Weinstein's fine. He's got plenty of money.
That's what they say. But all these athletes, again, Jews are better with money than black dudes. That's a fact. But anyway, So he's gonna be fine, but he's not gonna be as fine as because it's like the money goes quick when you have all these. He didn't expect this to happen, so he has expense. He doesn't have $1 billion. Is what I'm saying.
Let's not waste 10 seconds of our life.
He's not a billionaire.
He's probably worth $150 million.
You think?
Maybe can they pull up his net worth?
That's all bullshit.
Over
Those
there?
websites are bullshit because they say I'm only worth $3,000 and I'm worth $4,500.
Definitely a billionaire, without a doubt.
Timmy, I'll bet you right now.
Without a doubt, Kevin.
Hey Timmy, I'll bet you a blowjob.
Again, what's with listen, man.
Just kidding, Timmy.
Makes me uncomfortable, right? Because
All right, I beg your
I
pardon,
come from
Timmy.
old school, man.
All right. Listen, okay. Jeez,
you know,
and
I
Owen
love
Benjamin.
boys.
I'm really batting 1,000 today.
That's what. Who else says that? When you talk about
What?
I think Jimmy Martinez, when you joke about when you make gay jokes, Jimmy gets real mad. He goes, "No, we don't talk about that stuff because in the black community, I think they don't like a lot of fucking."
I went to it. You
jokes.
know the rapper Beanie.
Timmy, don't leave.
Timmy, pull your pants up, Timmy. Come on,
kinda
it's not that
gay.
kind of party.
Truck driver. Right?
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh, my favorite.
I think that
you're tempting me.
that move just sent a couple of gay guys back.
I got
over.
truck driver cock. Hearing about this truck driver ass.
And then that rest stop asshole. That's you gotta be careful with that.
Do you know the rapper Beanie Siegel?
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah, no, I don't know.
So I went. My buddy used to be the.
Sonny call in or no?
All right. Are we?
I don't know if
Sorry,
he's waiting for us.
the rapper Beanie Siegel. My buddy was the photographer for XXL magazine, and we went down to a photo shoot. This is like 12 years ago, and I went down with him to Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He was buying a Bentley, and we went down to photograph him buying the Bentley, and I was like his assistant. My friend paid me $200 to go with him, blah blah blah. And I was at Beanie Siegel, and he's surrounded by all these black guys, and there was a dumpster like in the back of the Bentley dealership, and I went to Beanie Siegel, and I said, I tell you that dumpster, I used to suck cock behind that dumpster for $10. It brings back a lot of memories. I haven't been to Cherry Hill in years, and he just looks at me, and goes, "The fuck!" And he literally and he went and sat in like his car, and he went come out of the car. My friend came over and he goes, "The fuck you say to Beanie Siegel?" And I said, I made like a dick joke. I said I sucked dick behind the dumpster, and he was like, you gotta. He won't come out of the car. Like he's gonna cancel the photo shoot. You're gonna get me fired. So I had to go over to Beanie Siegel and be like, look, white guys make dick jokes. Like we make stupid.
Don't bring the rest of us into this.
Yeah, well, not Joe DeVito apparently.
You're on
And
the
clearly
hook
not Timmy, but
The same thing with Bugsy Siegel back in in Vegas in the 40s. He said, "Wait, hey, boy, trying to
listen,
get this
Alka.
Vegas off the ground here." I thought Ixnay on the cocksucking joke day.
That's actually what took his eye out, right? It was a cock.
very good. That's a deep cut.
So,
Joe, you dating or what's going on right now? Like,
Oh God,
it's a mess out there. Have you ever
you
married
got to be super sensitive, right? You got to be a bit of a snowflake.
Oh,
Well, you know what the problem was with this last chick was that
twat was dirty.
was that I was
Cares about
ready.
that?
I was like, I fell in love, man. I was ready to do all the corny shit, and she's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Oh,
You
Joe.
brought her flowers.
I would have if I thought she would have not made fun of me. Oh, he's changed.
Did you play Red
What did
Rain
she
on a
want
big
you to do?
on a big boombox
The
over your
problem is
head?
now that I'm 48, like if I were to hold the boombox overhead, like I can't even lift my arm.
Yeah. You'd pull something.
Batteries, I'd be like, "Fuck!
Right.
Can I hold up an iPad
Right.
or something?"
Yeah.
But now,
A
I'm
little iPhone.
waving around. I'm on Tinder now, but I think I just want to do nothing for a while. I want to talk to my doctor about if he can.
Exactly. He's a real man. So he's already it's like when white people, you always see white people rock climbing because black people don't do it because they live in dangerous neighborhoods.
Yeah, black
You know what
people don't need to tempt fate.
They don't need to tempt fate. So that's why he's already facing death every day when he's driving on the fucking highway and people are texting. People don't even drive correctly now, right, Timmy?
Absolutely, man.
They're on their fucking phones. I didn't want to have a car for that reason because I know these millennials will be fucking Snapchatting and they'll rear end me. And I hate to be rear ended.
Yeah, no, the hell, maybe that makes one of us.
You're so right about the rock climbing thing because it's like you don't see black people bungee jumping.
Never.
Doing this in
Never.
shark-infested water. Like if a black person wants that kind of excitement, all they have to do is undo a taillight in
Right.
their car,
Right.
and the excitement will come to them.
Or drive at night, any kind of situation,
Yeah.
or just be in a CVS at the wrong time.
Yeah, or look like a different black guy who might
Yeah.
be in trouble.
Yeah, look like I like when they tackled that James Blake. Remember they tackled him outside
Yeah.
of Grand Central Station because he looked like a guy who just committed a crime.
He did look just like the
No,
guy.
but imagine if you got tackled outside of a Grand Central Station. You told a guy I was late for the gig because the cops tackled me. It would almost be fun.
It'd be very fun.
It would
be
be
a good
fun if the
story.
fucking cops tackle me every once in a while. That's why when I
Especially
interview.
if you look at me, there's nothing about me that says you need to use force to take me down.
Yeah.
Like I just would be like, oh,
I would. By the way, I would anyway.
oh, stop it. Now.
Kevin,
Which what?
you know why I'm afraid of black guys?
What?
Boy.
Because every time I fought one, I got the shit kicked out of me.
Yeah. No, I think a lot of white dudes who grew up around black people, they don't like them because they did get beat up.
Well, they have
And again, it's like Hollywood. You know, people go like, black people. They're all I don't know what the word I'm looking for. They're all victims. They're never the perpetrator. They're all victims of the cops. They're all victims of bad luck or whatever. But a lot of them are just fucking assholes. You know what I mean? So if you grow up with it, and especially if you go to high school where it's a lot of black dudes, of course they're gonna gang up on you, and because you're outnumbered. You know?
They have 6 fingers in each hand.
They do.
Yeah.
Is that true, Timmy?
They got an extra bone in their ankle, too.
There you go. It's like Jimmy the Greek.
For jumping?
Right. You ever see that great Jimmy the Greek of YouTube clip? When he's on
Oh, yeah, of
talk
course.
show and he's like, yeah, they bred the big ones and they're literally like everyone's like, shut up. He's like, yeah, they bred the big ones with the big ones so that the field ones would be big.
No, it was like when the guy from the Dodgers, Al Campanis, when he
yeah.
was on with Ted Koppel, and Ted Koppel gave him like 7 chances to backtrack, and he kept going, no, that's why they're not good swimmers. Ted Koppel's like, are you fucking insane, dude? It's
play fucking
1988, and
basketball,
you're
man.
saying they can't swim. That's why they're not managers.
It's like the momentum of the racism it keeps rolling and you can't stop
There's
it.
something so beautiful about that. Like I just watching someone just
You just hear enough that, and black people still don't swim, because they make the joke now. But back then it was like they don't swim, but they don't swim because they didn't grow. They weren't in pools. They were in fucking fire hydrants.
we're in fire hydrants.
Well, the guy does a joke. It's hard to learn how to swim at a fucking fire hydrant on 92nd Street. Am I right, Timmy?
Timmy,
Timmy, you're our new.
Timmy with your swamp ass.
You're my new sidekick. No, but Timmy's in a real world. I even feel.
I'm in the Hudson River.
No, Timmy, that's how I even feel. I even feel like when I was just saying about doing my act, like it's so frustrating that like they act like I'm a freak if I'm doing jokes about my kids or in New York, in Manhattan, because they're like, dude, what are you doing? I'm like, or people go like, well, it was your choice. I go, yeah, but that's nature. Like people fuck and then they have kids. It's like procreation. So the fact that like I was doing a lot of blow and fucking a lot of hookers. It's like that's a lifestyle choice. But like having a family, that's a pretty natural transition into adulthood. I hate to be using all these big words. Anyway, it's very frustrating. Cock, pussy. I want to go back to when I had Tourette's.
I was at a strip club last week in Atlanta.
No, you weren't.
I was.
I think I already heard this story.
Well, I got the
Did Sonny call in or no?
I don't know. By the way, how long is the show? I've got to
I
be
gave him the
somewhere.
number. He said I gave him a bogus number, and now he's saying he.
Come on,
I
call
gave
in.
him
The
right
phrase it
number.
pays. Let's go. Call in.
Have him call in next week. It
He's
doesn't
on the
matter.
line.
It doesn't matter.
Anybody
Oh, do you
call?
want to plug anything?
Oh.
Going to be at McGuire's in Long Island this week on Thursday night.
That's
Cool.
a great club.
Yeah, it's a fun
Or up
one.
at Tinder.
Salt of the earth. Timmy, where do you go to? What comedy club you go to?
I've been to the brokerage out in Long Island.
yeah.
I grew up with Joey Diaz.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a real man, right?
Monster.
Yeah, he's crazy. Great story.
I'm gonna get you tickets to the Stress Factory
Get me tickets to Guns N' Roses tonight.
tonight.
Yeah.
Where are they?
The Garden.
Garden. How many nights are they doing?
They did last night, tonight.
Have you seen them yet?
Last night.
Oh, you want to go back?
Absolutely.
You should go with. He's a huge concert. You get you backstage.
How do they look? How does Axel look?
They are tremendous.
Yes.
They are on point.
How many guys are in the band?
They got
Axel.
Flash, Duff, Axel.
Axel and Slash are together.
Yeah, they're fucking
The
tremendous.
real deal.
Yeah. It's a whole
I'm telling
thing.
you, they're tremendous.
Big. They've been doing tour for like a
Axel's
year
voice
now.
held up.
2.5 hours of fucking just pure.
Yeah, on all the hits too, right?
They don't have that many songs, do they? They did some Springsteen songs.
They did like 2 covers. They did
Color Me Bad.
Tour Lineman. That
Oh,
old
Glenn Campbell, yeah.
song.
Oh, cool.
And they did from the Who. They did The Seeker.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
That was
that's
pretty
fun.
cool. Yeah.
Even he says the Who like macho. The Who.
Oh, the Seeker.
Was there an opening band?
No, they went
Yeah.
on at 8 o'clock. They played till 11:20.
Wow.
He's on time now.
Dog, he's fucking on point.
They figured it
Telling
out,
you,
man.
Kevin, you have to see the show.
People change. People do change.
They're fucking. Tremendous.
Phone call, Kev.
I can't say enough about him, man. It worth every penny. I paid $500 for the tickets.
Wow.
No, you didn't.
Paid every
Yeah, he did.
How much was the face value?
$250.
Oh, wow. $250?
Easy.
$50 each.
Yeah.
Wow. No, that was the face value? You didn't buy them off a secondary
I
market?
got them right off. They went on sale.
Wow.
Wow, $250.
My wife took
that
my kids to
bad.
see Ed Sheeran.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
$600 a seat.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
It was. Donate.
Wait, $600 for Ed Sheeran?
Yep.
Where? At his
The
house?
Barkley. Yeah, right in his
It's a
bathroom.
waste of money.
Well, my daughters enjoyed it. I didn't go. What do you want from me?
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, he's an English
I
guy.
haven't heard
I
of the
know who he
fucking
is,
guy,
but
man.
Yeah, he's got a Galway girl. Tutty. I like
How's
potatoes.
he filling up arenas? Ed Sheeran. I never heard of the guy.
He's all right. I don't know.
But he's like one of those. He's like one of those internet guys. He's like the new John Mayer.
He's the
huh?
Owen Benjamin of
Don't say that. Owen Benjamin's a
I
man.
know you love Owen Benjamin. Jesus Christ,
No,
I'm
but
saying
I'm
he did
saying
it his
Ed-
own way.
Ed Sheeran's like the new girls like him because he's fat. You know, he's got feelings.
No talent.
Thank you.
You can play guitar. I might see the two of you playing guitar.
Anyone can play guitar.
Oh, that's it.
It's like saying,
Ask him,
it's like
yes.
when people go, he's a comic. He can tell. It's like, come on, man. Anyone can fucking piece a joke together, right,
You
Joe?
think so.
Right, Joe? Don't you think?
Joe can do it.
I mean,
Anybody
it's hard to be good at it, but
I think
people.
you can train
anyone
someone to get through it.
Oh yeah, anyone can fucking learn how to play guitar.
Guitar's easy. I play
Dan
guitar.
Smith, can you ever see this?
Dan Smith threatens you. He's like, I'm going to teach you to play fucking guitar, man. And you're like, Dan Smith, stop.
know who Dan Smith is.
He's in Jersey City now. My kids are like that.
fucking-
He has a thing on the in the
Starbucks
poles out there.
Pizza place. Dan Smith will teach you guitar, whether you like it or not.
My son or my daughter's like, Dad, I want to learn how to play guitar. I go,
Dan Smith.
Where'd you hear about? She goes, she handed me the Dan Smith thing that you ripped off the
It'd be funny
fucking.
if he was like Candyman. You just said Dan Smith, and you got a knock on the door.
Yeah.
He's got a guitar.
You turn into a Fender Telecaster.
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. Just immediately.
I like how there's always one thing pulled off.
Yeah.
Little dab.
From my daughter, she's pulling it off now. Dad, teach me. No, but if I knew I was going to be a comic, I would have definitely learned how to play guitar because people love it. People are
I like it when you do stuff.
People are idiots. They love a fucking song. Like they could be so bored.
guy
And you
that
take
did-
out a fucking thing. Look,
Little
Dan
corny
Smith.
song. Daddy likes hookers.
There he
and-
is.
What's that kid's name? La di da, la di da. He was just Open Anthony all the time. He's just a
Oh, yeah,
singing.
Lynch.
Yeah, yeah.
Stephen
Yeah,
Lynch.
Stephen Lynch. Yeah, yeah.
He's huge.
Yeah.
He was. What happened to him?
He was on Broadway years ago.
I'm getting. They're zooming in. It's fucking Dan Smith.
Well, you know he don't look like that anymore.
Guy's terrible too.
Dan, who?
He is?
Don't you talk shit about Dan
Terrible,
Smith?
man.
Stephen Lynch?
This guy's,
Steven-
did you ever hear Eddie Van Halen?
Yeah.
Edge.
Yeah, he's great.
Tony Iommi.
Tony Iommi. I'm
Ew,
on, are you
fuck,
kidding?
forget it.
Talking
But
about
come
Ed
on,
Sheeran?
don't. Hey.
Who
I'm
are
over
your
here
top?
now.
Who are your top 3 bands of all time?
AC/DC,
Yeah.
Sabbath, and
Terrence Trent D'Arby.
And who?
Van Halen.
How about Metallica?
Sabbath and Van Halen is 78 at the Garden.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. How about Metallica?
I like him. I like him.
Metallica. I saw that. I
didn't
became a
try to
Metallica fan like in the mid '90s. I went and saw them a couple of times. They fucking they followed Soundgarden.
Right? Wow.
And Soundgarden was like, and people, it was mostly Metallica. It was at the Lollapalooza when they had it at Randall's Island, and Soundgarden, they look like a gaggle of fags compared to Metallica. Like they're you think they're like hard because they were great, they had great songs, but they're people are throwing shit at them. It was like a cartoon. People are throwing shit at them, and then Metallica comes out there, and the fans just like as one, they just like boom, they're just fucking chanting and it was like a fucking clan rally, but it was,
Hey,
I was
Kev.
into it. Yeah.
Yep.
That show, I was at that show. The Wu-Tang Clan was on that bill, remember? It was
No.
them, the Ramones. That was
Wow,
on
that's some
Randall's
show.
Island. That was there.
In what year?
Crazy.
It's probably about, what,
96?
98, 99?
You know what I did? I didn't pay. I went to the Triborough Bridge goes over Randall's Island, so I just watched from the bridge.
Hey, so cheap.
Did you really?
Yeah,
That's
because
a
it
good
was
idea.
No, it was fun and it was free, and I went every night.
yeah. I saw the Pet Shop Boys last year. I tell you, man, they did West End Girls. It's fucking awesome.
Look at Timmy, man. We're almost about to do our dismount here. Timmy, anytime you can come by, come by. You're the
please.
fucking best. But I'm gonna. Do you want me to try to get you tickets for the Stress Factory? I got to do something for you because I feel like we let you down by doing all this fag talk.
No,
It's
I'm,
right.
only,
It's
I'm only fucking.
it's exit 9.
love it, man.
Oh, yeah,
Exit 9.
Hey.
Exit 9.
What, for you?
No, for exit 9 off the turnpike.
For Stress Factory for what? For who's going to be there?
No, if I'm not there or somebody you like.
And, right?
Gee, this
I'll
is
be there in December.
it's
No,
embarrassing.
what's his
Let me
name?
please take tickets to the Stretch
Florentine's-
Factory.
Florentine.
Absolutely. Okay.
Florentine will be there. I'll get you tickets for Florentine Thanksgiving weekend. Any one of those nights.
Jokes about eggs and
Friday or
fucking spinach
Saturday.
something?
Probably even Wednesday might be doing a show. I'll check, but I'll get you tickets because I feel like I owe them. No, because we're joking around, but some people it makes them uncomfortable, you know.
Fact stuff.
No, dude, it really don't make me uncomfortable.
No, but it was even funny that it was even
job.
funny that you said it made you uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's good.
Anything that makes people uncomfortable is funny to me.
You're just
I know.
drawn
Like
to.
my wife's always like, I'm not talking about my wife, but like a hypothetical. My wife's always like,
Go ahead.
she goes, that's so like whenever she goes, that fucking your misogynist, racist, fucking bullshit you say in your show. I go, you mean that what's gonna pay for my kids to go to college?
Yeah, right.
I go, it's entertainment. We don't really mean it. I don't say when I go on the train. I mean, I think it sometimes.
even
but I'm
blind.
like,
I'm playing a
Like I said,
character.
we're just being dicks just to
Yeah,
be dicks.
exactly.
So you watch these housewife shows and they're just bickering. I go, would you watch it if they got along? If there was no conflict?
No.
Would you watch it?
Yeah, Real Housewives of Atlanta. You're all sitting around playing Uno. I don't
Right,
think so.
Last week when I did my
Here we go.
David Robitaille, he's a big fan of my shows. And
Donate.
He wants to come here. I was supposed to announce this last MLC last Wednesday, and I did some shout outs last week, and
Remember?
and he was written in my book. I forgot to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And he was the one I really wanted to get to. I'm down to
Listen
announce
to this now.
I think he listens to this show because he wants to come to the October 30th show. So you're welcome. David Robitaille is a great,
We should wear costumes.
great donator. Ken Mosca, another great donator,
Thanks, Ken.
donated last week.
Great. Keep it up.
Let me see. Yeah, I think that's it.
Doobie-doobie-doo.
I'm gonna be in Philadelphia. I'm gonna be in Philadelphia, November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at Helium. Hey, all you motherfuckers in Philadelphia, you know, you've been like, when are you coming to Philadelphia? I'm coming, so don't fucking let me down. You know, Joe featured for me one time in Philadelphia,
That's right. I bet you.
and he fucking buried me. Joe's a very, 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 very strong comic.
Good.
Very strong. Like, I'm not going to say he's a good comic because that's what everybody says about everybody. So it's like a cliche, but Joe's a very, very, very good comic. Whenever you get a chance to see Joe and you have a chance, East Coast, East End, Long Island, well, it's really the middle.
It's the middle, yeah.
But people think it's the
DeVito
East End
.com.
because it's further out. Anyway, I would go see him because he's fucking great, right? You're still
man.
great, right?
Yeah.
Because that whole weekend I was like,
I remember you made fun of the host so bad that
did I?
because he went up and he was like super high energy,
Yeah, it's like
and I could tell just from meeting you, I was like, Kevin's not going to be into this.
No, it's just unnecessary. Just fucking, just.
Because I looked at you and you just went, "What is he doing out there?"
Are you
See,
ready
you
to
probably
laugh?
set you up perfectly because when the guy's real high energy and no jokes, then you go up and you fucking
Do
crush because
material,
like
yeah.
this guy has fucking jokes like for 30 minutes.
Right.
And then I go up, I have jokes for 20 minutes. And I gotta do 45.
Gosh.
I'm a little bit of a
Do the
pickle.
same jokes.
I'm a little bit of a pickle. Yeah, that's what the bands used to do.
Just reset at 20.
My Sharona. They would play My Sharona 3 times. They would open with
came
it, do it
here.
in the middle, and then close with it.
The thing with your hand thing.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
do that
yeah.
again and again.
Yeah.
And go to
Yeah.
cheerleaders in Philadelphia. I like that club. That's a lap dance right there, boy.
Yeah.
You don't like strip clubs, Joe?
And,
No.
No, not for you.
I'm done with strip clubs too.
No, makes one of us.
Because it's just like it's just a fucking money hole. It's such a money hole. And you even when they think they like you, it's totally acting.
I'm the cutest guy in the club.
They don't like you.
I'm the
They
cutest
don't-
guy in the club.
I used to think like I used
Into
to
me.
fall prey to like they're into me, but they're not into you. You know, they laugh at your jokes because they laugh at everybody's jokes. You
No,
know,
it
they don't
business.
they don't think you're
I
necessarily.
used to look around at the other guys and be like, "Look at these losers," and I was, like, "Well, I'm here. What the fuck?" You know?
Yeah,
I like how,
right?
Joe, you admitted that you want to take more antidepressants to kill your sex drive.
Yeah, I want that shit shut.
No,
down.
I know what he's saying because
I want to be able to think straight.
no, when you
That
hit
makes
it,
one of us.
when you hit it, like the girl was 20 years younger than you,
Oh.
and then you want that, your body wants that, and then you're at the mercy of that because
Yeah.
you're like, oh, if this don't work, then I'm back to 45-year-olds, and I don't want that. So they can really fuck with you, these younger women, even if they're not that great, even if they don't have the best personalities. You're like, you want those young
Yeah,
bitches.
you want because it makes you feel like
Yeah,
you're
your
cheating
ego.
death.
Yeah, I-
Yeah, you're cheating death, and your ego fucking loves it.
I like to put it in dry and feel it get wet.
Huh?
Yeah, you heard me.
What?
I like to put it in dry and feel it get wet.
What does he mean, Timmy?
Timmy knows.
I'm zoning out over here.
Yeah, Timmy's
I know.
zoning out. We're all zoning
You're
out.
staying around for Kumi, of course, right? They won't do it.
David.
I'll try to mention them that you don't like fag talk.
Yeah, good luck.
That'd be a good name for the next show. Fag Talk with.
Hey, fag talk.
Great. What happened to the gay guy who's going to do the show today? What's his name?
Oh, Harrison Greenbaum.
Yeah, Harrison Greenbaum. That's some name.
Is he still maintaining he's not gay?
Listen, he can say whatever he wants, but his dick tastes like shit. That's all I know. And also, he's always can't make it. Like he said he wants to do next week.
Right.
But he said he goes. Last night I asked him because I figured you were coming and I knew we had some phone calls. I didn't know Joe was coming.
Hanging out.
But it was great. It worked out great. So I always want like a third guest. So he's like, well, I'm at a wedding now. I don't know if I can make it back by 2
Wedding
tomorrow.
on Monday?
No, he's at a wedding on Sunday night, and he can't make it back. And I'm
What
like,
destination wedding? How
I'm like,
gay?
are you riding a carriage horse that you can't make it back into Manhattan by 2 o'clock?
My top hat blew off.
Yeah, sounds pretty Philly to me.
2 o'clock.
I don't mean to be unstable.
By 2 o'clock in the afternoon the next day, you can't make it back? The railroad's on strike again?
I missed my train. Heavens to Murgatroyd.
So it's like...
I'm stuck in Secaucus.
I think he thinks I'm going to try. I always want to try to out him. Like the last time he was on my other show, I'm like, you're not gay, right? He goes, nah, as far as I know.
You should have Timmy stare at him like an inch away from his face the entire show.
How's your gaydar, Timmy?
Yeah, off the charts.
Listen, man, I
You don't want to talk about it. Let me ask you a question about...
where I come from, right?
you beat a guy up if he talks
No,
about it.
I never touched anybody. I'm just where I come from. Like if there was a gay dude around, we knew he was gay. We left him alone, and he left us alone. You know what I mean?
That's professional.
What the 4 in the morning?
Professional.
4 in the morning though, mouse to mouth.
We didn't mix and match. You know.
Oh, he mixed it with them fruits.
Who wants to hang out with a guy that's sucking cock?
Italian stayed here, the Irish stayed here, the color stayed there, and that was how it was.
No, but let me ask you a question. You don't have to answer if you don't want, because we're almost done. But let me see. There's a lot of rumors about like what happens at truck stops. You don't have to deal with that at all, right?
Absolutely not.
And and a guy ever came up to you like a Harvey Weinstein trucker kind of a guy?
Why would I go to a
He
truck?
drives trucks.
Oh,
He's
to
not a
get
truck
gas or
driver.
to sleep.
Oh, my truck's gassed up, and I just go back and forth from Linden to Long Island.
Okay.
Every night.
What about the lot lizards? You ever dealing with any lot lizards?
No, I never. I don't
Those
drive
hookers?
overnight.
Yeah. They call them lot lizards.
I
You
go
call them
home every
lot
night.
lizards, really?
My own
So
bed.
you're not doing the long haul.
No,
It's a short haul trucker. You don't hear too much about them.
The only load you got to worry about is the load in the back of your truck. Am I right, Timmy?
Songs about the short haul truckers.
No lot lizards in your...
It's like a 30-second country song. Well, I hit the road in the morning, and I was back by 2 p.m.
Caught some traffic at the Cross
having
Expressway.
Now
I got easy pass.
Without
24 miles round trip.
job, Kevin.
What?
Without truck drivers, you wouldn't have a job.
I guarantee you make more money than Kevin
No,
does.
I know. Why do you think I'm getting you tickets and everything? I feel so,
Supporting the
so
cause.
indebted.
Right.
No, these are the salt of the earth, and that's why I liked when I lived in fucking Ocean City, New Jersey, and when I go to Long Island, go anywhere where they have a Cracker Barrel, because it's just like real people with real shit. They don't give a shit where trannies go to the bathroom. I don't either. They don't care. Like I say, go to the bathroom before you leave the house, like I tell my kids. Listen, it's simple. We can't worry about where you go to the bathroom if you're transgendering. No one gives a fuck.
No.
I mean, Timmy don't give a fuck, right? And that means 99% of people don't give a fuck. So when the Democrats are like, where are they going to go potty? Anyway, I hope I didn't forget anything. I feel like I'm forgetting to do a shout out. Sonny Fuller was going to call in. Anyway, we had a mix up with the numbers. We'll get him in next week. The guy's hilarious. He's from Baltimore.
Oh, really?
Go to his website.
From Baltimore.
Look him up. Good. Yeah, so you guys can talk some Baltimore
Crabs,
shit.
hon. Crabs, hon. How you
And
doing?
shout out to Joe DeVito. Joe, you're at Joe DeVito.
Joe DeVito, JoeDeVito.com and at Joe DeVito Comedy on Instagram and Twitter.
All right, thanks very much for and at Brian P. McCarthy.
Yeah, Brian
Timmy,
McCarthy
you got
interview
a-
show.
You got a Twitter thing?
No, I'm good.
Timmy's all right. I did that fag shit.
Oh, Twitter is definitely for fags.
Keep it handle to yourself.
Yeah, keep your handle to
Hey, when I was a
yourself.
kid, hey, with Facebook, if I want to see kids, I go visit them, all right? That's how I do it. Cocksuckers.
This turned out to be a good show.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Big shout out to Timmy for calling us out on our bullshit.
I know.
It's Hollywood
Fag shit.
bullshit. Even though we're a bunch of fags.
Let's all tongue kiss. Come here, Timmy. Let's all gangbang real quick.
No, I'm just saying we're a bunch of fags compared to Timmy and like real men who have real jobs, right? Plumbers and construction workers and
I have a
all
bachelor's
that
from
shit.
Bennington in poetry. How dare you?
Crying about working 3 days a week.
I know.
I'd love to work 70 hours a week just yapping about nothing on the radio.
Sitting there,
I'd love to sleep 70 hours a week.
Right. And then when you travel, when you're doing gigs, when you're doing gigs, and I mean, you feel like a trucker sometimes. You drive for 12 hours, you know. But that's what makes you feel like, holy shit, these guys do it for a living. It's a real fucking job. Anyway, God bless.
All right.
Harvey Weinstein, we're with you.
We support you, sir. All right, come
We're
on.
on your side, sir.
All right, sir.